one thing about me, yeah, I can procrastinate. I am the queen of procrastination. Like, I can do it. If you think that you procrastinate, munifretni, I've got you beat. Don't worry, okay? So if you haven't started with your 2022 goals or whatever, don't worry. I also haven't. It's okay. We're in this together. Sisonke, you get it. Hi everyone, my name is Mackie, and in today's video I am going to be giving you my 2021. I can't believe that was last year. Like legit, almost 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. My top 10 standalones of 2021. I'm going to be doing favorite books in the series in the next video, so that'll be coming soon. But for now, here are my top 10. It's in no particular order. Well, some of them are. Like, top 3 is top 3, but the rest, you do with it what you will, okay? So the first book I'm going to be talking about is a book I've never really spoken about in this channel. And this book is The Man I Love by Suanne Laquer. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. But this is a college romance. It is devastation at its core. Do you understand what I mean? It's sad, and I love sad books. Look at the smile on my face. So this one is about Daisy. She is a dancer, and Fish, it's his nickname. He is this calm, collected guy. I think he's of Swedish descent. I think so. I'm not sure. He falls in love with her. He is stage director, like a lighting director, like, you know, the guy that does the lights and stuff. I don't know what they're really called, but he's that guy, and he's so good at it. And he falls in love with her, and it's just, they journey throughout they journey throughout college. And one day while they are in rehearsals, Daisy's rehearsing for this, I don't know, do they call it recital? Yeah, it's recital in America. For us, it's a performance or something like that. Yeah. And there is a school shootout. So someone comes to the theater room and starts shooting, and it is so sad. We see the whole scene play out and the aftermath. It is so sad. And the person that shoots them is somebody that we have seen in the book, and Fish is the only one that can stop him. This is not a spoiler, it's in the blurb. It is so sad, and you have to see them kind of go through their whole getting over this trauma and the way they deal with it. Sometimes you're like, you guys should not be doing this, but you know, you can't blame them, and it's so sad. You can't really tell someone how to deal with their trauma. So yeah, you see them together, you see them not together, and it's really sad. If you liked Sweet Dandelion by Michaela Smeltzer, you will love this one, okay? The next one is A Sweet Temptation by Cora Reilly. So this one is a mafia romance. This is kind of like the tamest mafia romance. So if you're looking to get into the whole mafia romance world, you should probably start with this one. It's not that tame, but it's pretty tame compared to the other ones. This is about Julia and Cassio. Julia is a young bride. She's arranged to marry Cassio, who is a widower. He has 2 kids, so she has to kind of come in and be a wife and be a mother to these kids, and it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love Julia so much. You know, she's just amazing. She is just so sweet and independent, and she takes no prisoners, and she's like the perfect stepmom. So if you're looking for a romance like that kind of has an element to mafia, it's kind of dangerous, you know. Cassio is really brooding, and he's just like, he has issues. He legit has issues, and she's like, I'm sorry, sir, but it's not gonna work here. I am your wife, and you better treat me as one. I love this romance so much. It was so sweet. The cover is so beautiful. And the next one is a historical romance. It's Never Seduce Scot by Maya Banks. This is an arranged marriage. It's two rival families, Montgomerys versus Armstrong. So the king declares that these two families need to stop fighting and they need to get married. Like, that's the only way for the war to end. And so the hero and the heroine get married. The heroine is deaf, so but they don't think she's deaf. It's so weird, but it's like in the olden times, so their view on things is kind of like not how we view things. So they're not really in touch with that. They don't really know what being deaf is. I mean, she's partially deaf. She can hear some sounds and she can read lips. So what happened was she was on a horse ride and she got thrown off the horse, and she kind of stayed there for a couple of days because nobody knew where she was. So her parents thought that she kind of had like lost her mind or something, like she's slow or whatever, and she just kind of went with it because she was supposed to marry someone else, and that guy is cruel and she knew that she doesn't want to marry him, so she just kind of took that and ran with it, and now she has to marry the hero. So the first time they meet, she can hear him speak because his voice is so deep, and she's like, oh my god, she's just like has hard eyes. It's so beautiful to see. I love their romance. I love the way the hero treated her. He treated her like he's queen, like he's literal queen. Like, I don't care that she's from a rival family, she's my wife, she's my queen, and nobody's gonna say anything. Nobody. And it was so sweet. And the next one is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Kandi Steiner. This book, I literally dreamed about it a couple of days ago, and I just remember the emotions, how addicting and how devastating it was. It was just like that epilogue. Mrs. Kandi Steiner was cruel. You did not have to do that to me, but it's a happily ever after, so it's okay. It was so beautiful. So the hero and the heroine meet at a beach one day. She is a surfer and he's a surfer as well, but she's with her friend, and the guy, the hero, falls in love with her best friend, and it's kind of like a not taboo, but kind of a forbidden romance. They start dating while they're in high school, and then the hero and the heroine go to the same college without the best friend because they had broken up, and we kind of start seeing them fall in love with each other, and it is so beautiful. It's so frustrating at times because you just want them to be together, but they are just like hotheads and they don't want to listen to you for some reason. They just want to do whatever it is that they want to do, and they don't want to be together. And I'm like, excuse me guys, can you guys get it together, please? Can you get it together here? But it is so beautiful, and it's totally worth the wait. It is so angsty. It is just feels. It is feels, and it is true love. So if you're looking for a book like that, you should definitely read this. Don't say I didn't warn you, okay? It's very frustrating, but I think you will love it. I give it 5 stars. Oh my god, so beautiful. The next one is I'm a Creep by Jaimie Roberts. I will not stop talking about this book. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so underrated. I will tattoo this title on my forehead. I want you guys to read it, okay? It is a taboo, forbidden. She's a stalker. He's a policeman as well. They live in the same house. That's why it's so taboo. That's why it's so forbidden. Check out the trigger warnings. She kills people. She is like a Regina George reincarnated. It is so amazing. It is filthy. It is hot, and it's so taboo. Oh my god, I can't. This book was so good, and the cover, are you joking? So the next book is Hookshot. This is the 3rd book in the Hoop series. This book is by Kennedy Ryan. I know technically it's part of a series, but it's written that it can be read as a standalone. So if it can be read as a standalone, it's technically a standalone, okay? So this, like I said, it's a 3rd book. It's a sports romance. He's a basketball player. She is a fashion designer. fashion director, you know, she does the fashion things. This book is just love. That's all I can say. It's just straight up love. The heroine is beautiful and smart and articulate. She is fantastic. She is melanin at its finest. And the hero, Keenan, he is, like I said, a basketball player. He is a divorcee. He is a single dad. So if you like the kind of romance as well, if you like that trope, you will like it. The stepwife, what? The ex-wife is a pain in the ass, but it's so good. It's loved this book. It's black love. I cried happy tears instead of sad tears. So if you're looking for a book that is all-consuming, like all-consuming black love or love at its finest, this is the book for you. Next one is it's on my top 3. Is it my top 3? I think so. Okay, this is my top 3 now. Top 3 is The Italian by TL Swan. Now, I know TL Swan kind of, like, I have a love-hate relationship with her, like with her books. Most of her books irritate the hell out of me. Sometimes the heroes are just like, I mean, are you serious right now? It's just so out there. It's just too much for me. And I love a brooding hero. I love a protective hero, but I'm like, I would burn these guys. I would literally set fire to them. I would be violent. I don't want to see any of the TL Swan heroes in action, because I'm gonna go to jail. Okay, and I'm not fit for jail, guys. I'm not fit for jail. Nobody is, but still. Okay, TL Swan, The Italian. This is a mafia romance. It's forbidden because she is Australian and he is Italian, which I'm like, so stupid. She's a human being. I mean, come on now. But he has to marry a Italian woman because he is a capo. But when they first met, it is kind of like a second chance romance, kind of, because they first meet while she's on vacation. She's just like, she wants to see the world, and they meet one night, and it's just like sparks fly, like there's fireworks. They just fall in love with each other. They have this great weekend, and it's just so beautiful, so beautiful. He's so sweet, and he's just so in tune with her. It's so amazing to see. And then something happens, and they just cannot be together. When they come, and they just cannot be together. And when she finally comes back to Italy, because he pulls some strings for her to come back, and he's a capo now, but she doesn't know that. It is like, yeah, they come back and they just like fall back into this love that they had before, and it's amazing. It is a little bit more intense. It is a little bit more toxic, just a little bit, but it is totally worth it. I love this one so much. It got me out of my biggest book slump ever. I feel like that's why I love this book so much, because I was in such a book slump. Then when I read this book, I was like, oh my god, it was amazing. It was amazing. I love this one so much. And the second one is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. You all know this romance. It's a forbidden romance, taboo. It's a ex-boyfriend's dad romance. Jordan and Pike, they live together. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Just read this book. You've heard about this book, guys, before. It is beautiful. This is how a taboo forbidden romance should be written as. It is just chef's kiss. I love Jordan. I want her to be my friend. Some way, somehow, we're gonna meet each other, and we're gonna be friends. Her and we are gonna be friends. And last but not least is 1,000 Boy Kisses. I cried. I legit cried my ass off. I cried. I know people laugh their ass off, but I cried my ass off. I got this book in physical, the physical cover, and it is fantastic. Let me tell you, it's fantastic. I can't wait to annotate it. I cried. I mean, if you're looking for an emotional romance, this one is for you, you know what I mean? I love this one so much. I love the cover. It is everything. It's a childhood friends romance. Rune and Poppy meet when Rune moves to the US. He is from Norway, I think. Yeah, is he from Norway? I think so. Yeah, he's from Norway. And they move with his family to this little sweet little town, and he sees Poppy and he just falls in love with her, you know, and their romance is so sweet. It is so beautiful. When I tell you I cried, legit I cried. And if you're looking for an emotional romance, this book right here is for you. So read this one if you want to cry. Thank me later. You might hate me, but it's all right. It's okay. So that's all I have for today. Let me know what your favorite romances were for 2021, and I'll be sure to read it this year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.